Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Uh-oh. Drama beyond the sport of boxing. Oh man, this is a subject that we've been attacking, that we've been discussing, that we had debates, that we have dialogues in the sport of boxing, in the UITPC. There are people out there that is mad, angry at former unified welterweight champion, phenom, Jaron Boots Ennis for training with arguably the greatest fighter of this generation, the face of boxing, the 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nello, aka Cartelo, aka Cashnello, aka Payday, aka get the F out of here, man. Wow. And the only guy, I'm not going to say the only guy, but the only guy that's brave enough in this community that calls it out for years has been me. It's been calling this bullshit out for years, ladies and gentlemen. To the point where people be like, oh, yo, you hate this, or stop saying that, or there's no problem between. No. It's facts. Is this Terence Crawford? Is this his feelings?
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Sold out of what? Bernie the Boxer, one of the most vocal member of Team Crawford, probably is echoing what everybody else feels in his team. Maybe he's echoing what Terence Crawford feels in his team. I mean, let's be real, let's be honest. And I've had Bernie the Boxer quite a few times on my channel, right? I have respect for the dude. Very knowledgeable guy, very insightful, very entertaining at times. The most outspoken guy in Terence Crawford's team is Bernie the Boxer. He is the one that's infiltrating in this community. He the one that speaks up for his community. He the one that was dissing Earl Spence. Every opponent that wants a Terence Crawford fight, he devalues, he discredit, all that. But why is Jaron Boots Ennis? Why is Jaron Boots Ennis? And it's not only Bernie the Boxer. There's quite a few channels that's calling Jaron Boots Ennis a sellout for educating himself, being in for training facility and training camps where arguably the greatest fighter of this generation, Canelo Alvarez. Some may call it, damn, this is black hating on Latinos. Some may call it, this is black on black crime. I see this in this community as well. I see the hate. I see the hate that certain black folks have for Latinos. I see certain Latinos have for blacks. I've seen the black on black. We see it in our community. This community truly defines our community. I'm talking about the neighborhood, the inner cities and stuff like that. Let's be honest, folks. Y'all know that our community, most in the inner cities, is black and Latinos. We share a community. We share camaraderie. We share respect. We share women. You know what I'm saying? We share food. We share cultures. We share music. We share fashion. If there's anybody closer to blacks, will be Latinos. Anybody closer to Latinos will be blacks. But yet, just like we show each other love, if we experience any hate, and let's say me, I'm speaking as a Latino, and let me give you a little bit of my experience, right? I'm Latino. I'm Dominican. pero también soy negrito. So I could speak from both sides because I've had experience growing up. Hey, yo, go back to your country. You came in a banana boat. You a hick. I heard that from other blacks. I never heard it from a white person. Because like I said, in the community where you at, if you in a community where you is black Latinos, any love you will experience is from camaraderie with your own culture, Latino, and camaraderie with blacks. Of course, little trickle down in there, little Middle Eastern people, Chinese people, but we understand what we're talking about, right? But if you experience hate, if you and give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now. He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Again, if you're gonna experience love, camaraderie, unity, it will be with Black Latinos in community. But if you're gonna experience hate, snakes, fights, beefs, you're gonna experience with the same people, either your own culture, own kind, Latinos, or with blacks, vice versa. It is what it is. Let's be real, let's be honest. I think a lot of people have adopted. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. With the experience, my experience, me living, and I'm gonna start by saying this, like I always start by saying this when we in this discussion. I'm coming from a New York perspective, one of the most melting pots of the world. All right? I'll come from the melting pot of the world. So there's a lot of perspective I could see. There's a lot of I could call out how we diss each other, how we love each other. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I could tell you hygienes from different cultures, bro. Cuisines of different cultures, bro. Culture from different cultures, bro. If you understand what I'm trying to say, you live in New York City, you know how Dominicans move, black moves, Asia move, Chinese move, Japanese move, Pakistan moves, Ghana moves, African moves, Nigerian moves, Indian moves, Turkish, Russians, Ukrainians. Bro, have everything out here. Have everything out here. We throw jabs at each other. We joke about each other. We joke on each other. We have camaraderie. We love each other. I never heard in the sport of boxing that if a black prepares and trains and go to camp with a Mexican or Latino or Puerto Rican or Dominican or Argentinian, nothing of that nature is a sellout. I never heard it in the sport of boxing. Because in all reality, if you go to anybody's camp, you're going to see a melting pot within the camp. You're going to see a melting pot within the camp. Just like Canelo Alvarez have Jaron Ennis, he also has Yoeli Hernandez, a Cubano. He has Jaron Ennis, African American. He probably has a Mexican. He probably has another Latino there. The same goes for every other training camp. What's good, my brothers? Smash that like button. So why is Bernie the boxer, Team Crawford, is going to come up with this energy? And also not even Team Crawford, but we got Timothy Bradley saying that Boots Ennis needs to report to who? To who? Fuck these motherfuckers is talking talking about that he got to report to who? Why Jaron Bruce Ennis got to report to anybody? How about Terence Crawford cut a check for Jaron Bruce Ennis and you bring him on into training camp talking about all that sellout shit? How about Terence Crawford breaking bread and fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis instead of fighting Madrimov and breaking bread with an up-and-coming young African-American? Because that's the way that you break bread in the sport of boxing, is by fighting each other. Why you fought Madrimov instead of fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis and put millions in his pockets? Hmm? We never hear this. So is it a Terence Crawford team thing? Is it a community thing? Is it a black doesn't like Latino thing? Or is it a black on black thing? Self-inflicted. We've been seeing this. Other ethnicities see it. We see it in our neighborhood. Just like there's black on black crime, Latino crime, white on white crime, black on Latino crime, all that. But every time there is a group, a small group of black folks that shame other black folks for appreciating, uniting with other folks. Those type of folks are a disease on earth, disease in our country, disease in our neighborhood. See, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a beautiful thing if you're pro-black, if you're pro-Latino, if you pro your own culture, if you pro your own religion, but love everybody else. See, that's the beauty of it. I could be a prideful Dominican, but I love Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. And if you want to identify yourself with a crayon, got love for the whites and the blacks and the Asians, all types of Asians, Japanese, Korean, love them all. I could be a pro, but still love everybody else. That's beautiful. You could be a pro Mexican and love everybody else. That's beautiful. You could be a pro black and love everybody else. That's the beauty of it. You love your culture. Because at the end of the day, I always say it, ever since I created my channel, I always say, God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. We're one race, the human race. What makes us different is culture. I've noticed even in America that a lot of people don't even travel outside of America. But if you truly travel outside of America and stay outside of America for a while, you would notice that that a lot of people in America is in a hamster wheel. You could see the hustle of America. You can see the race hustle because you're not going to see it outside. Because outside, any difference is cultural differences and religious differences. Culture unity, religious unity. That's it. If I go outside, I was outside of the country with my kids and stuff, they just look at me as an American. They don't say, "Hey, Mr. Black Man." Those are conversations I don't even have. They look at me as an American. That's it. Just like when we watch the Olympics, they never say Floyd Mayweather, the Black American. No, it's USA. American, that's it. If it's Oscar de la Hoya, it's American. If it's Floyd Mayweather, it's American. It doesn't matter. You're still an American. That's the way they look at you. You represent USA, you an American. Everywhere you go, you an American. There's certain also black folks that wants to adopt the emotions of the past, and you ain't never went through it. You ain't never went through it. That self-victimhood shit. That card you got in your back pocket. That if the shit don't go right, the shit don't go good. If you don't get a job, if a cab doesn't stop for you, if somebody don't hold the door for you, oh, it's racist. Oh, it's racist. I'm gonna give you my perspective. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I've been giving my perspective. I've been very outspoken with the nature of our community because you know what? But let me tell you something like this. we also understand that every culture that comes to America, especially and unites in a community with and unites a community with blacks, African American, wherever you want to identify yourself with, because you know throughout the years the terminology has changed, right? Every culture is educated by black culture, black struggle, is history, right? Other cultures can't complain, other race can't complain because a black person will say, well, we've been through this in this country. We went through this in this country. We are the one that paved the way for you to come to this country. I've been in those conversations in the hood. So when there's people discriminating against Asians, Asians can't complain because they'll be like, you ain't go through it like black folks. Hispanics are getting thrown out this country left and right. ICE is in our neighborhood. Guess who's laughing when that happens? Or guess who cares when it happens? It's the same thing. The love and the hate, we're gonna see it with the people that you live in your community. If you growing up in the hood and stuff like that, you about to get and you a dude checking out the ladies, you know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna end up with a Latina or you're gonna end up with a black chick because that's your neighborhood. 9 out of 10 times, if you want to fight, you're gonna end up fighting a Latino or you're gonna end up fighting a black dude. 9 to 10 times, somebody gonna get jumped. If you're a Latino, if you're gonna get jumped, you're gonna get jumped by your own or you're gonna get jumped by a black. Do you know what I noticed in my experience? And this is just my experience. Nobody could knock my experience. Everybody got their experience. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm coming from a New York perspective. First and foremost, I'm not gonna claim that I live in down south because down south is maybe different. Midwest may be different. Chicago, I've been in Chicago. I've trailed in Chicago plenty of times, and I could see how Chicago is segregated in a way. I could see how other communities and other cities are segregated in a way. I'm coming from a melting pot. You know what I noticed in our community? Since black folks, and I'm just speaking general speaking, I don't want nobody to catch in a heart attack because I've done this before. I've had these conversations. If you look at my archives, if if whites has done the things that they done to black folks, as we already know in this in the history of America, right? And people still feel that whites have the power. People still say it's white supremacy. But blacks look at the Latinos like we're the third class citizens. I'm not going to say all blacks. I'm going to say there's a small community of blacks. This ain't all blacks, all right? There's just a small community of blacks. Just like there's a small community of blacks that hate Latinos. There's a small community of Latinos that hate blacks. There's a small community of everybody that hate somebody and love somebody, all right? So if I'm saying black, I'm not saying everybody black, but there's a small community, and even black people know that there's a small community as well. There's a small community of black folks that tells other black folks that you need to stay on code. Whatever that code is, that you need to stay on code. What's the code? Love us and fuck everybody else. That's the code. Tired of this hater. Fucking hates every fucking year. The fuck out my channel. Been wanting to do that for years already. This country is effed up. We praise drug dealers, but shame people looking for work and Home Depot. Facts. There's other black folks, because if Bernie the boxer is saying that he's selling out, why he's acting, or why certain black folks like Bernie the boxer is acting like Latinos are their oppressor. Because the time when you hear a black folk was selling out was always if he's showing white people love. Is he working for the white man? Is he taking the benefit of the, if he's giving the white man the benefit of the doubt in something? It's like when people was voting for Donaldo Trump, there's other black folks that was calling other black folks coons, that you a traitor of your own race. How dare you vote for that man? He's a racist. Every time in the history of blacks calling another black sellout, Sambo, Tom, Uncle Tom, is because they're doing something that benefits the white man. Why is Bernie calling Boots a sellout for working with a Latino? What the fuck are Latinos has done to black folks? Did Latinos hold black folks like in bondage and slavery? What is this? What is this nowadays that if a black unites with a Latino, he's a sellout? We never heard this before. Let's be real, let's be honest. I never heard this in my life. I never heard, not even in boxing, nowhere. So you telling me that in our community, hey yo, we could talk about the drug game too. We know who got the cocaína. We know who got the puré. We know who got the marijuana. We know who now got the fentanyl, la manteca. If you in the game, you know you're gonna get the best from Poppy, right? Who your connect is. If you in the game right now, come on, man. Even if you was never in the game, you don't know the game. Even if you watch movies, put it that way. Who's the connect? Who's the connect? Did you ever hear anybody say, hey, yo, man, Nicky Barnes, man, for real, man, he a sellout to blacks? Nah, man, Nino Brown. You remember when Nino Brown? I'm gonna put like even movie terms because you know what I'm saying, so people can understand what I'm saying. You ain't never heard remember when Nino Brown in New Jack City said, "Hey, yo, the Dominicans and Colombians have shown us the way." Ain't nobody was saying, "Oh my God, he's a sellout to black people." Nino Brown is a sellout to black people. Like, ain't nobody say when Derrick James was hired by Ryan Garcia and then eventually fought Devin Haney. Ain't nobody was calling Derrick James a sellout for training Ryan Garcia and helping him beat the black man. Ain't nobody was saying that. Bill Haney ain't say that. Devin Haney ain't say that. Nobody in Devin Haney's team said that. Devin Haney Jr. ain't say that. Sean Haney ain't never said that. Ain't nobody called Derrick James a sellout for training Ryan Garcia to beat Devin Haney. So what is this new energy? This is new energy, new hate created by Team Crawford that I never heard before. Not in boxing, not in the world. Erickson Lubin is going to be facing Virgil Ortiz, right? Used to be trained by Kevin Cunningham, one of the best prestige trainer in the history of the sport of boxing. Shout out to Kevin Cunningham. Shout out to Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin got a new trainer. Puerto Rican. Same guy that trains Edgar Berlanga. Ain't nobody was saying Erickson Lubin is is a traitor to his race. Oh, Erickson Lubin, oh, he hired a Latino and he going to fight a Latino. Hey, yo, that Latino, that trainer is a traitor to Virgil Ortiz. Ain't nobody saying that. Why is Team Crawford and Timothy Bradley and those that echoes what that feeling is putting that in the air? That's embarrassing, folks. We always heard that it's your own that hates on you the most. So Boots Ennis is a sellout. Uncle Tom, what? And they put the and yo, people calling Uncle Tom like what the hell is wrong with y'all? A sellout of what to what? If Latinos is a third class citizen in this country, if blacks felt that they was a second class citizens of this country, Latinos is a third. Ain't nobody was calling out David Benavidez a sellout for training Devin Haney for his potential fight with Ryan Garcia, the rematch, Jose Ramirez or Teofimo Lopez, in which he probably could have had. Ain't nobody was calling David Benavidez a sellout for training with Devin Haney. Nobody's calling nobody a sellout. This is new. This is a new hate right now. You know, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. That people don't want to admit because people want to hold on to those emotions. People want to, you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen, peep this. People want to hold on to the self-victimhood card, bro. Because in all reality, racism, right, is Americans' bottom dollar. Race is Americans' bottom dollar. Is their number one business model. And guess what? We're more united than we ever been. Networks, TV, news, media, politics, they don't want to say that we're more united than it's ever been, and we are. But you got to create new hate, new racism, new division. And I've been peeping this in this community, ladies and gentlemen. I've been peeping this in this community. There is this hatred that certain people have for Latinos. Why don't Bernie the boxer says that Mike Tyson is a sellout to blacks when he started training as a kid with Customado that's white? Why Bernie the boxer don't call Floyd Mayweather Sr. a traitor and a sellout for training Oscar de la Hoya? You know why we never heard nothing like that? Because it never been nothing like that. And because certain black folks can't play that shit with white folks, because there's certain black folks that feel like the white folks still got the power, you want to kick the little man who you think is Latinos. And again, if you tune into the channel, I'm talking about this small, tiny community of black folks that are pro-black and anti-everything else. Pro-black, hate everything else. This shit that Bernie the Boxer, Timothy Bradley, and co. is trying to come up with and throw and throw in the air is very divisive. Like, we already have rivalries in the sport of boxing. We know that Mexican and a black fighter, Mexican, Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? Irish, UK, there is rivalries here. We don't need to create this new thing that because a black is training with a Latino that he's a sellout, a Sambo, a Uncle Tom? Y mira esta gente. What is that energy? Yo, as soon as we seen the picture of Boots, hold on, let me put this picture. As soon as we seen the picture of Boots and Canelo, the boxing minds, the boxing guy, the boxing heads automatically was like, yo, that is the perfect sparring partner to prepare for Terence Crawford. Damn, Canelo Alvarez is smart. And Jaron Ennis, what a great opportunity for Jaron Ennis to be training with Canelo Alvarez. That's what a real boxing fan would think. Around that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Damn, yo, that's a perfect sparring partner for Crawford, for Canelo to prepare for Crawford. And that's a great opportunity for Boots Ennis to prepare with one of the greats and see how he trains so he eventually reaches to the legendary level like Canelo Alvarez. Right? When we see this picture, it's all positive. Just like when we saw Canelo and Tio, positive. Just like when we saw Canelo and Ryan, positive. Just like when we see Shakur Stevenson with Terence Crawford, positive. Just like when we've seen when Tio said that he was in the gym with Floyd Mayweather, like for 3 hours, positive. Everything positive, bro. Just like we seen Nigel Benn spar with Roberto Duran, positive. Like, what? We need this negativity because it's going to sell Canelo and Bud Crawford. Race is not gonna sell Canelo and Bud Crawford. Race ain't gonna do that. This ain't the type of energy. Sometimes Bud Crawford don't even have that type of energy. Canelo don't have that type of energy. This event is gonna sell on its own, and everybody else knows it. They don't need it. So why Bernie the Boxer or anybody that echoes this type of sentiment is creating this stuff? Why are these certain black folks hate other people so much? Because that's what it is. Because see, calling Boots Ennis a sellout while you're black is because you hate everything else. You're the racist. You are the racist. You are the same. You got that same energy when a white man used to tell his daughter, don't date black people. Don't date black men. You got that same energy. You got that same hatred, that same racism in your bone. But you know what it is? There's also black people. There's also some, like, again, tiny community that feels because of the history of America and the history of how white people treated black people, that there's certain black people that think that they have the green light to be racist. In my opinion, those that's calling Jerome Booth and as a sellout and blacks, you just as racist as those dudes that used to whoop your ancestors. You just you adopted that mentality, you adopted that emotions, you adopted that nature. So now we're in 2025, heading to 2026, and if a black man helps a Latino, trains with a Latino, works with a Latino, the motherfucker is a sellout. Wow. Wow. Because racism ain't that powerful like it used to be. Because racism can't hold nobody back. Because racism is getting watered down. Because ain't nobody, you can, hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, there's always going to be some type of racism. It's like it's going to be some type of murderers and rapists and pedophiles and stuff. It's always going to be evil in this world. But let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen, whether people want to admit it or not, racism ain't holding nobody back. Racism for real is becoming an illusion to your progression. If somebody out here is still saying, "Oh my God, I can't get a job, I can't get this because it's racism," you a weak motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you say. You weak. You weak. Because racism don't got that muscle to stop nobody. Racism don't got that type of muscle to stop you from getting a job and taking care of your family and being healthy and being knowledgeable. We're living in the era of information right now. What the hell has Latinos done to black folks for if a black folk works with a Latino that he's a sellout? Tell me in this country. Sell out to what and sell out to who? What is Jaron Boost Ennis selling out to? Oh, that he's training with Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez is preparing to face for Terence Crawford. That's the sellout point. Was Jaron Boost Ennis and Terence Crawford even friends anyway? Or it was Jaron Boost Ennis that all this time was calling out Terence Crawford for a fight? I never seen the Boots and the Crawfords all this cordial. Yeah, we seen the fathers got together one time. I believe the fathers, right? Shout out to Terence Crawford Senior and Bozy. I seen them. There was a video with them. Like what was it? Like several like last year, several months ago, something like that. So sell out to what? Motherfucker, I want to fight you. Fuck is you team sell out? Timothy Bradley, he got to report to what? Report to who? You dummy? Report to what? What he's supposed to? What is Boots Ennis supposed to do? I'm gonna go to Colorado Springs and I'm going to chill. Terence Crawford. Canelo has a good left hook, man. He working on that left hook. Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell you what was going on in the gym. And Canelo Alvarez looking strong. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell Victor Conte to give you a couple of more little snackety snack before September 13th. What the hell you want Boots Ennis to do? Has Crawford ever broke bread with Boots Ennis? How about with the money that Terence Crawford been making? Have you hired Boots Ennis to be some type of sparring partner so he could collect a 10K? What have you done for Boots? Because, ladies and gentlemen, the people that has been the the first haters of Jaron Boots Ennis, has been Crawford fans. If the first negative news that ever came out of surrounding Boots Ennis has been Crawford fans. Before the Crawford fans, Boots Ennis never got no hate. Boots never got hate. Boots Ennis said what he said with Gilly and stuff like that. Terence Crawford said what he said. The first hate that Boots Ennis ever got in this community was Terence Bud Crawford fans. Not even Virgil fans. Not even Virgil fans. Not even that much Earl Spence fans, because there never really was a dialogue between Boots and Spence. So how about Bud Crawford comes out and publicly stated that whatever Bernie the Boxer said, I don't know, it doesn't apply to me because I do have a Latino trainer. I do respect Latinos. Hold on, put the picture up. Hold on. How would you bet that Bernie the Boxer and the fellow people that echoes this don't call Isaul a sellout to Latinos and Guatemalans? Is he a sellout? Is he a sellout to Latinos because he's training Terence Crawford to beat another Latino? Good looking now. Good looking now. Off the pal. Bud made Team Bud shirts exclusively for Mexican states. Viva Mexico on back and logo with Mexican flag in front. Is he a sellout? They on his IG. Facts. Facts. Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer and people that feel like them. Is he a sellout because he's saying Viva Mexico? Mexico for Bud Crawford? Good looking out. Facts. And this is what I'm talking about. There's some new age hate divisiveness shit. And to be honest, it does not hurt Latinos. Because Latinos have a large community that, let me tell you, let me tell you about Latinos, to be honest. Latinos have so much of a large community. There's one thing about Latinos that, and it could be Dominican, Puerto Rican, Mexican, that we don't need. We don't need nobody to love us. We don't need, I'm being honest. Mexicans don't find or need validations from any other ethnicity, culture, race. They don't. Dominicans don't. Puerto Ricans don't. Very much proud. We don't complain about not having an award. We make the Latino Grammys. We don't care about movies. We make our own movies. Chinese will make their own movies. Mexicans will make their own movies. You know what I'm saying? This, ladies and gentlemen, again, we all have different cultures. Positive, negative. Some people like to mix their cultures. Some people adopt cultures. We all adopt cultures. Especially, like I said, I come from a New York perspective. Being in a melting pot, you adopt culture, you adopt fashion, cuisines, you mix it up with your cuisines. Hey, yo, you ever been to a Latino, to a Latino house party? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be this is gonna be the rotation. This is why Latino parties go to the like 11 o'clock in the morning. You know why? Because our rotation is perico ripiao, merengue, salsa, bachata, hip hop, reggae, reggaeton, everything, everything. Hold on, let's put the picture back up.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out. Now,
Sold out. Sold out. Y'all mad that Canelo Alvarez is taking Terence Crawford serious and he gonna whoop him. That's what it is. Oh man, yo, why Boots is training with Canelo, yo? For real, man. Like, damn, Canelo Alvarez is putting all stops, man. He really trying to hurt us, bro. Yo, Boots, why you doing that, bro? That's what you want to say. That's what Bernie the Boxer and Team Crawford want to say. Oh, damn, Canelo Alvarez has the opportunity just to make money out of this and not take me serious. I'm only a welterweight. Man, this dude is gunning for me. This dude want to prove a point. This dude want to hurt me. That's why they get mad. See that right there, that little sellout stuff? This right here?
he sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out. Now,
That's fear. That's fear. We ain't never heard this about no sparring partner. Everybody got a sparring partner, bro. Everybody got to spar. Everybody in this level got go to training camp and get elite sparring. Sometimes we hear about it, sometimes we don't hear about it. That's fear. Terence Crawford team is fear that Canelo Alvarez is not only going to, now he ain't gonna carry you, bud. Oh, you think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna carry you like Jaime Munguia? Oh no. Canelo Alvarez is training to put Bud Crawford in the dirt. Canelo Alvarez is training to put Bud Crawford in the dirt, and they know it. They saw it. They see the image. They see who's in the gym. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me add this right quick. Hold on. Damn, there was another picture I was going to upload. Hold on. Gotcha right here. Hold on. Let me upload this other picture. Give me a sec. Give me a First and foremost, forget about just boots. Here's the guy that y'all also got to be fearful. Canelo Alvarez is not in training camp with boots. He's in training camp with Yohanli Hernandez, the boogeyman in the middleweight division, the next king in the middleweight division. If you don't know, now you know. And if you've been following the channel for quite some time, y'all been following the channel, I told y'all that Joanny Hernandez been giving Canelo Alvarez work for several training camps. This is Canelo Alvarez's best training partner right now because he goes all out with Canelo. He puts in the work. That's what I know, ladies and gentlemen. This training camp, Canelo Alvarez is going to put Terence Crawford in the dirt. He's going to beat him up from pillar to post. He's going to beat Terence Crawford so bad that Terence Crawford going to forget about speaking English. He's going to be speaking to Bo Mack in Spanish in between rounds. Hey, yo, this is the sport of boxing. People be like, yo, don't wish that on nobody. Don't wish that on nobody. Hey, yo, he's going to make Terence Crawford eat from a straw. And like I said yesterday, the reason why I say that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Terence Crawford is because most of you guys, most of the pundits and the enthusiasts in the sport of boxing, legendary fighters, current fighters, tell me that Terence Crawford is a dog. He's a pit bull. He's a perro. Oh no, he ain't gonna fight like Jamel Charlo. He ain't gonna fight like William Skull. Terence Crawford is different though. Trust me, he's gonna go for it. And that's when I know that Canelo Alvarez is gonna whoop him because Terence Crawford is gonna go for it, right? He's not gonna do what William Skull did, and he ain't not gonna do what Jamel Charlo did, right? Right? All right. So go out there and go for the gusto, like Thomas Hearns, and get laid out in 3 rounds. Go out there. Yeah, you can make the best of it. Oh yeah. Go. Everybody gonna love the first round. And everybody gonna love the second round. And people gonna be talking about it. Gonna be laid out in the 3rd round. Go ahead, yeah, like Roberto Duran went after, like Thomas Hearns, yeah, get laid out in the 2nd round. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead, bud. Because Bud ain't gonna do what William Skull did. He ain't gonna put his track shoes and run all around the ring because that's not Bud. Bud is a dog, though. You gotta understand that Bud is a wrestler too. He wrestles. Richie Torres says, man, he's strong. He wrestles, man. He be wrestling me and stuff like that, man. And Amir Khan said, man, I seen, hey mate, I seen Terence Crawford wrestle. He makes guys scream. Oh yeah, there's a wrestling match or a boxing match. What the fuck are we talking about? Is Terence Crawford gonna go in a boxing ring with Canelo Alvarez, or there's gonna be WWE? Because this is the dumbest shit I ever heard when it comes to in assessing a fight. I ain't never heard this leading up to the Earl Spence fight. I never heard this leading on to the best fighters that Terence Crawford ever fought, and Victor Postal and Ricky Burns. I ain't never heard nothing like this leading up to a Terence Crawford fight. I ain't never heard nobody trying to explain to me that Terence Crawford is the second coming of Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Ravishing Rick Rude. Let me read the comments. Let's read the comments. Let's read the comment. Let me see the energy. Let me see the energy. The energy. The energy. Karate Kid said Crawford. Crawford going to step into the left hook and it's gonna be lights out. Earl Spence kept low jabbing and crunching down. Bud just destroyed the Canelo punch. Can you kick? It's YK. He's crazy and the race warrior. We kick him out on the IBF. Let me see what I'm saying. Just remember, Boots and Yoani can't give Cinnamon their feet. He will still be stuck in quicksand. I've been hearing that quicksand shit for a long time. So why if let me say this: if Canelo Alvarez got is stuck on sand, he got no footwork, got no nothing. How the fuck he keeps on cutting the ring off with the likes of Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, Lara, Danny Jacobs? If he's so much that doesn't got no type of footwork, no nothing, he's just a heavy bag with arms. See, this is the reason why Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Terence Crawford from political post. Where was Terence Crawford footwork when Majumov was giving him almost a fucking boxing lesson? Yeah. Yeah, Majumov won by 1 point, in my opinion. Yeah, he won 115, 113. Yeah, he won that fight. Nobody want to talk about that fight. Bring that fight. Hey, yo, that Majumov fight makes these motherfuckers be talking like they don't know shit about boxing no more. No, you gotta understand that you know, Majumov was tricky though. Shut the fuck up. He couldn't adapt to Majumov. Shut the F up about that tricky shit. He's supposed to be pound for pound #1. Y'all forgot? Or now a 9-0 guy is too tricky for Bud Crawford. Now a dude that's 9-0, never was a world champion, never beat a world champion, never beat a former world champion, is going to come into a fight with the pound for pound #1. You remember what pound for pound means, right? That you could adapt to any style in any division. But the 9-0 guy, no, you gotta understand, Punch. That you gotta understand that Majumov is a tricky fighter. Shut the fuck up. He couldn't adapt. He was falling for feints for the first 3, 4, 5 rounds. He was looking like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, falling for every feint that Majumov threw. Shut the fuck up. Go do some study. Go watch the fight again. He's Majumov is a tricky fighter. He's a really trickster. He's a trickster. And Virgil Ortiz, who's not even a current pound for pound guy. Let's be honest. Virgil Ortiz, put it this way: Virgil Ortiz had never been a champion. Virgil Ortiz is not on the pound for pound list. He's probably not even top 15. He's not even probably top 15 pound for pound list. He had an easy night versus Majumov. I thought Bud Crawford was all of this. Hmm? Trying to go and tell me. Madrimov, what happened if Canelo fight Madrimov, huh? He'll beat him up, slap him up like a pinata. Y'all just a slave to to Bud Crawford beating Earl Spence. Get over with. That was 2023. Stop living in La La Land. Earl Spence ain't Canelo. Facts. Right, Stephen Brown? If Terence Bud Crawford is really for the culture, why he didn't bring Nas? Mm? Why he didn't bring Jay-Z? Mm? Why? Why he got to bring Eminem? What a sellout. Who's next? Yellow Wolf? Jelly Roll? Huh? What's next? Jelly Roll? Yellow Wolf? Machine Gun Kelly? Who's next, bud? No. We talking like this because they say he's that Jaron Boots Ennis is a sellout. Shout out to Jaron Boots Ennis and his team for doing the right thing, and hopefully he learned a lot. And matter of fact, Jaron Boots Ennis got a fight lining up. Now he can actually say that in preparation for my fight versus Lima, I was training and working with Canelo Alvarez. And matter of fact, let's flip it around. We probably gonna see the best Boots Ennis we ever seen. Put it this way, even he didn't have training camp with Canelo. But months before, Teofimo Lopez was in training camp with Canelo Alvarez and learned a lot of things. And guess what? That motherfucker was sharp versus Barbosa. He was really sharp. They didn't go to training camp, but before that, he was in camp with him. Learn a few things. Hey, even Floyd Mayweather had Paul Spencer in training camp. Was he a sellout to was he a sellout because he had a white man in training camp? I ain't never seen a Mexican fighter going inside the ring with a dashiki, huh? With the black, red, what is it? What's the color? What's the color? Black, red, and green. Mm? Saying power to the people. We see black fighters with the some Mexican colors and the sombrero. We saw it from Floyd. We seen it from Roger. We seen it from Montana Love. We seen it from Shakur Stevenson versus Gonzalez. We seen who else? Who else did it? We seen Earl Spence versus Mikey Garcia come with the Mexican colors. Ain't that what you may call a sellout? Is Floyd Mayweather a sellout for looking like Enrique Iglesias leading up to the Oscar De La Hoya fight? Is did any black folk call Gervonta Tank Davis a sellout for coming out with the Julio Iglesias look leading up to the Leo Santa Cruz fight? You say you bringing up old shit, and I'm bringing up current shit. Everybody remembers that. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's like I said in the beginning as well, man. I'm not saying there ain't no Latinos that be hating on blacks. There's, there's just like blacks that be hating on Latinos. But I don't hear this from nobody. I don't hear this from no ethnicity. I don't hear it when, you know, Nonito Donaire was sparring with Inoue back in the days, and the Philippines was telling Nonito Donaire, "You a traitor. You a traitor. How are you gonna bring in a Japanese fighter?" You see, I don't get mad, Punch. I don't get mad, fam. I get money. Okay, everybody get money. So what? Think money because you special? I get money. Watch me, I get money. It's okay. You know why? I'm gonna tell you like this. You know why her motherfuckers always flaunt money to show the other people that have nots in your own community. You're just telling the people that don't have that you got. You only trying to say I got money. I got money. So good for you, man. Money is good. How many people you help? Are you a humanitarian? Have you given back to the community? Do you do food drives? Do you create programs? What that money do you have? You give back to my I give back to my community. How you give back show us, tell us so we could support you. Seriously. So we could support it. So we could show light of people that give back to the community. You get money. You know what I'm saying? How you give back to your community, how you uplift your community, how many businesses do you create and partner up with people to create great businesses around your community, to provide great services. What's the next food drive for the poors? Especially now, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids, poor kids, gonna need that good nutrition to go to school. Or you only give turkeys on Thanksgiving and say that you give back, like the rappers. You only give turkeys. All right. I gave turkeys and Thanksgiving and shit. I bought like 20 turkeys. You bought it in September, put it in the freezer because it was cheaper. When you give back and be humanitarian, give to the people in need, like queso, then you talk to. He's the humanitarian in the YTBC. Punch, I serve in the U.S. Navy pre and post 9/11. We pulled up in NYC after the towers fell and rendered aid. Where were you September 11, 2021? Oh, where was I? I was heading to high school. That was one of the first day of school. So we was going to school and boom. So I was in 33rd. I went to Norman Thomas High School. So as soon as I got to school, that shit happened and I had to walk from 33rd all the way back from the BX. I was staying with my grandmother at the time. Yeah, that's where I was at. And it was a lot of smoke and all of that. Didn't have school for like what a year, a month and change. But what we do for the community is, so back then, almost around that time, we used to do a food drive every Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday, and then it changed to Thursdays. North of Manhattan, my mother works for was working for the city, and in North of Manhattan, we do food drives and things of that nature and give back. And we used to also march for lead poison, because there was a lot of lead poisonous in buildings, in the hood, that kids used to get sick, and we had a march. We was having marches, and we was going to court and things of that nature. Yeah, that's what we did in our community. No, no, no. If you notice the channel, I am very happy. And I respect you, and I respect your whole. If you are familiar with my channel, I always give it up for the veterans. Always. There's certain channels that they serve, and I never wanted to go at them because they did serve. But thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm dead serious. I appreciate you. Everybody that knows this channel and been following since day one, I always give it up. Always give it up for the veterans and those that serve for our country. That's why Coach Cunningham is one of my favorite trainers. Show him a lot of respect. It's the reason why. Shout out to Shadow Ghost, a boxing channel. Support him, my brother. He served as well. Shadow Ghost. Ask Shadow Ghost the love that I show veterans, my brother. Oh, my fault. Good looking out. I ain't even see this super chat. Team Al Heyman, punch, saludo, pastor de boxeo. Vamos a Sosua. Ay, ay, ay. ¿A dónde están las mamis? When you bring race into boxing, you are just being what egg whites were pussing in the 1920s. Eugenics, and this dude is claiming, but okay. Punch, saludo, dímelo. All I'm saying, I think that is look. Um, Good looking out, Universal Music, man. Shadow Ghost in the building. Look at that. Speaking of the devil, brother, I'm a veteran too, my guy. Remember, we volunteer. We shouldn't be asking for anything in return. That was our service. Shout out to Shadow Ghost in the building. Everybody subscribe to my brother Shadow Ghost. Tell him, hey yo, Shadow Ghost, tell this dude, bro. Tell this dude. Trying to say that if I don't give thanks to the people in service. Come on, man. Always. Always. Punch. I may not love how my people are treated or how we may sometimes act as Americans, but I got love for the town I rep here in America. Shout out, bro. I understand, brother. Yo, it's like I've been saying. I said, man, we share the same. Yo, Latinos and blacks share the same community, share the same struggle, share sometimes the same fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of love for each other. We got a lot of camaraderies. But the negative side of things, and if we experience negativity, we experience fights and hate and beef and whatever, we going to experience with one another. We love, we fuss, we fight. There'd be Latino gangs, there'd be black gangs back in the days, but we're living at a time right now that we're more united than any time of the world. Any time in America, we're more united. So to create this new now, that if a black unites with a Latino is a sellout, what type of message is Bernie now? Maybe Bernie the boxer is coming from an Omaha, Nebraska perspective. I don't know, but I've seen Terence Crawford in a block party in Omaha, and it seemed pretty mixed to me. So why this Bernie the Boxer? And y'all know I've showed Bernie the Boxer man love in this community. I don't I, there was a time when Bernie the Boxer wasn't even going to no channels, but chopping it up with me because to be honest, I met Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer is funny, he cool, and all of that stuff. I don't know why publicly he's calling a Jaron you know what? I hope he's just joking. But I've seen enough interviews that he throws shades at Latinos. Maybe it was the energy that probably Teofimo Lopez brought, right? People didn't like that type of energy. So I could understand also if you flip it around, you check that other side. I see I see that when there's certain black folks in this community, there's certain channels that if a black fighter doesn't do what they deem is black enough, they the one that's call him a monkey. In this community, they the one that call these quote unquote pro-black channels are the one that calls Javante Tan Davis a monkey. They the one that's calling Jerome Booth Ennis monkey. He Saturday, he was Bernie the Boxer. Sunday, he's Frederick Douglass. He said, I got Steven Nelson beating Boots. So how will Boots help Canelo? Bro, that's what I mean. Are you a boxing guy? How can you even say that? That shit don't make no sense. Because every training camp, they have sparring. Yo, fucking Canelo Alvarez doesn't go into training camp with Triple G, Bivol, and shit like that. Like every sparring partner helps that champion sharpen his tools to go to war of the night of the fight. So how are you going to say how Boots will help Canelo Alvarez? Every sparring partner, it doesn't even matter if he's a Golden Glove national winner sparring with the likes of Canelo or Terence Crawford, that sparring partner is gonna help him. That's when I know you don't know boxing now. Why can't you can't know boxing by saying that dumb shit? How can how can Boots help Canelo? What the fuck was that? How could Boo help every sparring partner that is hired? Most of them help that elite fighter. That's what training camp is. What has Johanny Hernandez done in the sport of boxing? How can he help Canelo Alvarez? Like, what is that? Yo, you just lost. You just lost your boxing card. You just lost your boxing card, and just because you put boxing in your title and you put Marvin Hagler on your title, you think you know boxing. That was the dumbest comment you made. No disrespect, but that was the dumbest comment you made in terms of boxing. How can Boots help Canelo Alvarez? How can Boots help Canelo Alvarez? Dumbest comment, bro. Take that boxing shit off your fucking name. Crawford wore a Mexican hat acting like he had love. Then he comes out with this. Sucks, man. Show his true colors. He hitting the quality of the. Mhm. He said Bud is still getting better work than Canelo. Yeah, maybe. I don't know who's in training camp. I agree with this guy. Seems to be attempting to raise bait the people. I'll agree. Hold on. Let's see. Boxing Talk with a $10 super chat says, good looking out with a $10 super chat. God bless you, my brother. Says, salute punch. Just keep uplifting Christ and being salt and light. Don't get caught up in instigating, but the light and the peacemaker. The gospel of Christ is what's needed. Let's all humble ourselves. Que Dios te bendiga, Boxing Talk. Amen, my brother. Facts, man. Facts. God first, everything second, man. We all need some humbleness. Facts, man. Boots is a switch hitter, just like Bud. It makes sense. Yeah, Bud, I believe, is levels above Boots under the lights. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's proven it more. But we're talking about sparring and preparation. That's all we're talking about. And if we, come on, let's be honest, man. If I was to ask you, come on, man, because I had to, we've been having these type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? If before Boots Ennis, right? All right, Canelo Alvarez going to training camp to prepare for Terence Crawford, vice versa. If we were to ask y'all, who would be the perfect sparring partner to prepare for Terence Crawford? Yo, a lot of people were saying Boots, and that shit just came through fruition. Who would be okay? Now let's flip it around. Who would be the perfect sparring partner for Terence Crawford to bring in to mimic Canelo Alvarez? If you need to pick a a, a, a caliber of fighter in the position that Boots is in, already a world champion, up there in the ranks, who will you hire to mimic Canelo Alvarez if you was Terence Crawford? Let me see. Let me see. Let's find if we're Bomac, we're his team. Let's get the three major sparring partners for Terence Crawford to to prepare for Canelo Alvarez. Right? One, I would say let's bring in Brian Castano. I would say let's bring in Brian Castano. Um that Lester Martinez, that could be a good one too. But let's since that name been thrown out there and boom, I think that's one of the sparring partners for Terence Crawford, right? Let's go with I got Brian Castano. Um, hmm, who would be a good sparring partners? Three sparring partners we could give Terence Crawford for Canelo. You need a southpaw for sparring. Um, let's get a bigger person. Oh, yes. I will bring in Buatsi. Buatsi, the Russian. Yes, Buatsi. If nobody, not Buatsi. Let me see. I got you right here, folks. Give me a second. There's a guy that I'll bring in. Hold on. Not Buatsi. Not Buatsi. I'm sorry. What's his name? I will bring in. Damn, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Damn. Oh shit. I will bring in Alexandre Shizniak. I will bring him and um Gleb Bakshi. Gleb Bakshi. I will bring him in. Gleb Bakshi, the Ukraine from the Olympics that won the silver medal in the middleweight division. I will bring him in the 2020. He said, "Yeah, agree. Is very biased his approach towards the black community. Punch is undercover racist." We're talking about what Bernie the Boxer is saying, but I'm the racist. You guys are so fucking dummies out here for real. Unsubscribing. We don't do. Wait, I don't know that you would subscribe anyway. I never seen you before, Lieutenant. I never seen you in none of my comments. So I think that you cap it. You never was a subscriber anyway. You never was a subscriber. I never seen you before. You're lying, and I could vouch. I think that nobody in the chat ever seen you on my channel before. You just coming in to say, "Oh, I unsubscribe," just so you never was a subscriber. I just want to know what happened when Canelo loses. He's not gonna lose. But if he loses, what happens? I think that if Canelo Alvarez lose, we'll criticize. I think a lot of people will criticize. Boxing is beautiful. Good looking out with a $10 super chat. Boxing talk. God bless. He said boxing is beautiful, but the devil is using it to create more division. We all have blind spots. We all have trauma. But let's all check ourselves because the heart is deceitful. Honesty, we are one. Facts. I've been saying that for a long time. I said what makes us different is just culture, but we're one race, the human race. But people like this division. People identify with division. People identify with race, different race. I think is America's bottom dollar, is Americans' business model. They're trying to keep it that way. It's unfortunate. People hate the truth. Keep it 100. Facts. That's what it is. They don't like the truth. Every time because I'm spitting the truth about our community, there's gonna be some fake pro-black hate everybody else people in the chat. There's gonna be a punch is saying, oh, he's a race. Shut the fuck up. You hate everybody else. That's the problem. That's the problem. Is that when other people, when other race will call you out, or other ethnicity calls you out, you want to run with the, no, you guys are racist. No, you guys are, shut the hell up. This ain't even racist anyway. This is self-hate. What blacks are doing to Jaron Boost Ennis is self-hate. Put it that way. It's black on black crime. This don't hurt Latinos. Heaven not segregated, neither is hell. Ooh. $2 super chat. That's facts. Yo, that's a quote right there. I never heard that quote. Heaven not segregated, neither is hell. Yo, it's true, man. That was deep right there. You haven't been listening close. Larry Lou, you haven't been listening close because you just identify what I'm saying as being racist. You haven't listening close. You ain't listening shit. You ain't listening nothing. You are a black dude that hates everything else. You're pro-black and hate everybody else. And you want every race and every ethnicity to kiss your ass. That's what you are. Fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here. I've been listening. What you listen to? What did you listen to deem me as racist? What did the hell did I say to deem me as racist? You ain't white nothing. Show your face. Put it in the bio. You could be ET for all I know. Fuck out of here, bro. He said he white. I ain't get upset. I just know I know who's who, my brother. I've dropped videos every day for the past 7 years. Every day I go live. I know who is who. I know who truly listens. I know who's in the chat faithfully. You a new guy I never seen before. So stop with the BS that you listening. You ain't never listened in your life. I don't know you. You're new here. Say it a lot. What happens if Canelo whoops Bud? Or you're gonna come with excuse and say, no, but you gotta understand, at least Bud was trying to dare to be great, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from 168, you know what I'm saying? It was hard, man. If Bud would have had another tune-up or something, maybe he would have given a better chance. I don't want to hear none of those excuses. I don't want to hear none of that weak ass, lame ass excuse y'all gonna come up with. No, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? Like at least Buck Crawford had the heart to move up two division up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna say the opposite of what y'all saying right now. No, no, no. Right now, there's a close of 50-50 fight. Buck Crawford got better skills than Canelo Alvarez. That's what y'all saying. He got better technical skills than Canelo. He got better footwork than Canelo. He could go southpaw orthodox better than Canelo. He got better defense than Canelo. He's the guy that y'all want to compare to Floyd Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez ain't even being compared to nobody. He's just Canelo. We ain't never heard, oh, Canelo is the next Duran. Canelo is the next. Yo, Canelo, he's like the Rebel Duran, Salvador Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez. Canelo ain't never been compared to nobody. The only thing they say about Canelo Alvarez is he the greatest Mexican ever. That's his comparison. That's it. He's never compared. Nobody try to hype him up to be like somebody else. Well, you guys are saying that Bud is going to beat Canelo because hey, Bud doesn't need power. Mayweather beat Canelo without power. And Bivol doesn't need, you know what I'm saying? Floyd could do it. Crawford could do it. That's that's the way they break boxing down. That's the way they break boxing down. He said, we agree. We just don't like the shots taken at folks, is all I'm implying. No, you did not. You said I was a racist, Larry, because I'm calling this out. Hold on.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out. Now,
You came to my channel and you said that I'm a racist. Because he called Boots a sellout. A sellout of what? He sold out the culture. Did Boots sell out the blacks for the Latinos? Because historically, the only time blacks will call another black a sellout, they're calling him Sambo. Some of black folks is calling Boots a monkey. Who labels all of that? Those terminology came when a black folk was quote unquote giving whites the benefit of the doubt, helping whites, working for whites. We never heard of a black guy working with a Latino or sell out to blacks. We never heard that. Larry, we never heard that, Larry. Bias to what though? Will I say bias, not racist? Okay, that's an apology. Is that an apology? Will I say bias? Bias to what? Bias to what? Yo, my man, I'm Latino that could also be identified as African American and black. I'm a Latino that I've been in cabs with Dominican drivers that be like, oh, yo no paré porque yo creía que tú eras cocolo. And I left that door and say, hey, yo, my man, hey, yo, ábrame la puerta, me voy de aquí porque tú un racista, mi hermano. I've had Dominicans think that I'm black, and I have blacks that used to tell me when I was young, "Hey, yo, go back to your country in a banana bowl, you hick." And I had Dominicans thinking that I'm black, telling me that they won't even oh, my fault. I wasn't gonna stop for you because I thought that you was black, and you know that they don't pay. And I left that, "Hey, yo, my man, open the door, man. You're a racist, brother. I don't want to sit in your car." I've done both, bro. So I know, man. I'm telling you, I know the experience, man. I'm from New York City, man. I know all the stereotypes, bro. I know all the stereotypes. All the stereotypes. There's a small community of black folks that think they could pick on the Latinos because you can't pick on the whites. Ay. Did I say something? Was I lying? Come on, man. Shout out to the real. Shout out to the strong brothers out there. That's pro-black. That could be pro-black, but love everything else. They just love their culture and love their people, love their music, love their cuisine, love it. But they appreciate other people and love and don't need to put down another culture or another race to uplift theirs. I fucks with them. The same way I fucks with the Latinos that uplift, could be pro Latino, that could be pro Dominican, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Ecuadorian, Salvadorian, but still love everybody else. Same thing for whites. Same thing with Italian. Same thing with the Chinese and Korean, Japanese. You could be pro whatever. Everybody loves. Hey yo, most people love their kind. That's what Shadow goes. That's what it looked like he implying. Is Bernie implying that Boost owes Crawford loyalty? Loyalty for what? Boost don't owe but a damn thing. Facts. Facts. Timothy Bradley saying that he need a report. Oh, now yeah. Instead of see, they was calling Boots Ennis a sellout, but they want to punk Boots, or they want look either he a sellout or a snitch. What the hell they implying? Timothy Bradley, Bernie the boxer, is he a sellout or you want Boots Ennis to be an informant or a snitch? Let us know. These dudes want Boots Ennis to be a snake, to train with Canelo, to report back to them and say what's going on in training camp. These dudes are weird, bruh. Boxing talk with a $10 super chatty party game, and he said Punch about to go to another level in spirit. He not perfect, but the Lord pruning him and refining him, his character. This is gonna be the channel to watch down the road in Jesus' name. Mark my words. Good night. Hey yo, I like that. Hey, yo, I like your energy, brother. I like your energy. Positive, positive, positive. You know, when some people see good in you, some people see the future, the good in you, man. I appreciate that, my brother. The devil is real. We lose sight of our humanity. Money does weird things. Canelo has always had black sparring partners. So why aren't they just in their necks? Because I'm telling you, bro, my brother, Terence Crawford's team is in fear right now. They're scared. They're afraid because they know. See, I'm gonna tell you like this: Bud Crawford's team know boxing. Bomac knows boxing. Terence Crawford knows boxing. Bernie the boxer that claims to be in a historian knows boxing. Coach Red knows boxing. They know that this is a stupid fight, a dangerous fight, a fight that Terence Crawford can't win. What they happy is that Terence Crawford's going to get the money. And they are happy for Terence Crawford to get this opportunity to get the money. Because all the things he's been through and fought for, this is the biggest bag. This is it. They all gonna get paid. They all gonna get the percentage, not caring if Terence Crawford is going to enjoy the fruit of his labor. He said he ain't scared punch. Let's be real. Terence Crawford may not be scared. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford is scared. I'm saying that his team is. Because all of a sudden, that Canelo Alvarez has a black fighter in his camp, like he always have different ethnicity in his camp. Hey yo, Canelo Alvarez is 60-2, bro. He had enough training camps, bro. He's probably have aliens in sparring as well. That's how many training camps he's had. He probably had an alien. And now, all of a sudden, somebody's a sellout. Like I said, this is new. This is fear, bro. This Canelo Alvarez ain't taking Bud Crawford lightly. He's not. He's not taking it lightly. He's out here to prove a point. And if they feel like, oh, you know what? In the last, 3 weeks, I needed Jaron boost Ennis. You know what? Nah, I need more looks. I need more looks. Maybe Canelo Alvarez think the way that you think. He think that Terence Crawford is special. Now let me get another fighter that a lot of people feel like he's special as well. And I'm going to bring him into training camp. Hey, maybe, talk about maybe you should have paid Jaron Boost Ennis not to go to Canelo Alvarez. Be loyal to him. They don't want to hear that, bro. They don't want to hear that. Hey, yo, they don't want to hear that. Hey, yo, Bernie the boxer, my brother. Hey, yo, Bernie the boxer. Hold on, hold on. Let's put Bernie the boxer.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Hold on, let's play it again. Let's play it again. Let's play it again. Hold on.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Bernie the boxer wasn't saying that when Turkey Shea made Terence Crawford be his little bitch. Huh? Hold my fucking hand, Chocolate Thunder. Shadow goes in the building with a $5 super chat. Hold up. Lester Martinez was just sparring with Crawford, helping him to prepare for Canelo. Make that make sense. Ain't nobody was calling him, right? Hey, yo, Shadow. Ain't nobody was calling him he's Latino, yo. He's Latino, yo. Damn, man, yo, he's supporting a black to be the Latino, bro. Ain't nobody was saying that. Shout out to Shadow Ghost. Shout out to Shadow Ghost. Hold up, Lester Martinez was just sparring with Crawford, helping him prepare for Canelo. Make that make sense. Oh, yeah, let me get this thing out of the way. Hold up, Bernie. A question for Bernie. A question for Bernie, my brother. I've chopped it over Bernie, but this is a question for Bernie. A question for Bernie the boxer. Hey yo, Mill City, if you gonna interview Bernie the boxer for the 1,500th time, ask him this about selling out.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Did Bud Crawford sell out when Turkey Shake made him his bitch? Hold my hand, Chocolate Thunder. Hold my fucking hands right now. Lock their fingers with me now. Lock their fingers. You're mine, all right? You're my little bitch. Come to the ring. Let's confront Canelo Alvarez. Let's tell the whole world that I would have you. I'd own you, motherfucker. You're my bitch. ah, ah, let's go. Here, there goes your sellout. There's go your sellout. He sold out for Turkey. He sold out to Turkey. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. He sold out a Turkey handshake. When a brother, Al Heyman, got you the biggest bag of your career, the biggest opportunity of your career, the type of fight that you was looking for that put you on the map, where everybody truly recognized you as that guy. Al Heyman gave you that opportunity, Terence Crawford, a brother. And you sold them out. You sold them out to get a Majramov fight and be with Turkey Al Sheikh, held your hand, snatched your hand like a bitch in front of the whole world. How about that? How about that is a sellout? Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Ooh, damn, Punch, you cooking now, baby. You cooking now. Dímelo con los 5 pesos de Super Chatty Chatty Petty K. Ow, the pow in the building says show video of Bud at Cinco de Mayo parade. Was he at June 19 parade? Oh, what about the Mayweather TMT shirts with the Mexican flag? Yeah. Wow. Why don't Bud Crawford fight on Juneteenth? Damn, man. Dan Crawford, man. Damn, man. Dan Crawford. How you gonna sell out a turkey out shit like that? Shit, if he's holding his hand before the fight, imagine if Terence Crawford wins. What the hell Terence Turkey gonna be doing to Bud Crawford? Somebody just said earlier in the chat, oh, but what you gonna say if Bud Crawford beats Canelo? You know what's okay? I'll tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna get blazed up. He's gonna get wet willied by Turkey I'll shake. That's what's gonna happen. How about that? hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Earlier the dude asked me, so Punch, what about if Bud Crawford wins? What you gonna say then? All right, Turkey I'll shake's gonna fuck him up the ass. That's what's gonna happen next. As a celebration. Sin vasolina, mi hermano. Sorry, man. Sorry, boxing talk. Sorry, my brother. Dude. Let's keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it clean. Clean. Shit, if he's holding his hand now, imagine what Turkey out shit gonna be doing after the fight if Bud Crawford win. Se lo va a poner en cuatro a ese tigre. Terence Crawford is not going to be singing gasolina. He's going to be singing. A mí me canta la vasolina. Dale va vasolina. Sing that song, Bud Crawford. A ti te canta la vasolinas. Vaselina. That's what Terence Crawford going to be singing by the end of the night. Go beat Canelo Alvarez. You're going to see that Turkey IJ is going to snatch you up, turn you around. Huh? And gonna ride that till the wheels fall off. Say it to his face. Nah, tell Terence Crawford to come to Punch Wrong Boxing Channel. Let's have an interview. How about that? Go ahead, assistant boy. Go ahead, assistant boy. Go ahead, assistant boy. Got it here. Don't got no integrity. Going for Arturo con los 5 pesos. Me dice, may God bless your work and family and small token of appreciation. Good looking out, my brother. God bless you, man. Why you mad? Why you angry? Why you mad? It wasn't me holding his hand. Why people mad? They try to give Bud Crawford a pass by saying, no, what you gotta understand, Punch. You gotta understand that that's Turkey Out Shake's culture to hold his hand, to hold hands when you doing business. That's the culture. Well, I'm sorry. Well, Terence Crawford should have showed his culture and said, "Get your hands off me, man. Yo no soy pájaro, mi hermano." Right, folks? All this shit, all these leeways for Terence Crawford. You say, hey, yo, why motherfucker Buck Crawford's holding his hand? Now you gotta understand that that's the culture. Always an excuse for Buck Crawford. If you say, yo, hey, yo, are you Victor Conte, man? Yo, he's suspicious, yo. He's suspicious. We need questions. We got questions, bro. Is he giving undetected? Yo, so stop. Y'all hating on Buck Crawford, yo. You know that Buck Crawford don't do none of that shit. You know Buck Crawford is a clean fighter. Look at the test, man. It's all negative. You know he passing the test. You don't talk. Y'all will give Victor Conte a pass. Y'all will give Turkey Al Sheikh a pass for holding his hand just because it's Buck Crawford. If Turkey Al Sheikh was holding Canelo Alvarez's hands, bro, all of these people was talking shit. All these people that would be talking shit that's giving leeways, they're gonna be like, you look at Canelo Alvarez looking like a little ass bitch holding Turkey Al Sheikh hand if it was the other way around. Now Snack is clean. Oh no, now Victor Conte is a constant, a great citizens of all sports. Shout out to Victor Conte. Because Buck Crawford, no, Buck Crawford is untouchable. Buck Crawford does everything right. Buck Crawford should have showed his part of the culture and told Turkey Al Sheikh, man, get your hands off me, bro. I ain't no rainbow on me, bro. This is the way I do the business. You hold my hand, all right? Or you will not get Canelo Alvarez. Hold my hand, bitch. Or you will not get Canelo Alvarez. And then that's what Buck Crawford did. Give me my friend. Give me your hand.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
Yeah, that's what he sold out. Your boy sold out to Turkey Al Sheikh. He's his new puppet. He's his bitch. That's he sold out to. Talk about that. I want to see that interview.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
He's Turkey main bitch. He's his bottom dollar bitch right now.
Why are you gay? Lesbian? Homosexual? How can I describe you?
Ay, tanquillao. Tanquillao la gente.
You can't handle the truth.
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
You mad? Y'all mad? Y'all mad? Look. They say, yo, they saying punch you on BS right now. No. What you talking about? I'm on BS right now. It's not me holding his hand, bro. Why y'all getting mad at me? Damn. Y'all acting like I'm the one that's holding Turkey Al Sheikh's hand, bro. Why y'all getting mad at me? Yeah. Come to my smoke shop if you really think you can really punk us. I don't want deodorant. Light it up, put a bomb in your cigarette. Arabian night, like Arabian day. Come to me, my chocolate thunder. Said YK at the truth. That's why he's doing this. It won't make you anymore. Shut up. Talk about what I'm talking about. Hey yo, why? Let me ask him. Let's ask the haters. Hey yo, YK. Why did Terence Crawford got bitched out and held Turkey Al Sheikh's hand like you hold your girl's hand? Talk to me. Answer that. Answer that now. Immediately. To all the haters in the chat that's hating on me, answer me why Bud was treated like a little ass bitch and held Turkey Al Sheikh's hand. and locking fingers. Look at the fingers. Look at the fingers. This ain't no business. This is locking fingers. He's locking the fingers. That motherfucker hold hands better than me and my wife. He's tickling his palms. He said, that's Photoshop. That ain't Photoshop, my brother. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. This dude thinks it's Photoshop. Hey, yo, bro, you are late. That's how embarrassing it is, bro. Thank you. That's how embarrassing that is that you truly even think that's Photoshop. This is for real, bro. Everybody knows it. That's for real. This ain't no Photoshop, my brother. Look at this dude thinking that's Photoshop. The whole world know that that Terence Crawford was made to be Turkey I'll Shake Main's bitch. Mira este tigre. Di que Photoshop. This is for real, for real. Tell him, right? This is for real, for real. This is for real, for real. Look. Just because, look how far people go. He goes, he's joking, you, okay. You saw that shit after Canelo found Skull was tripping. Yes, Turkey and Crawford look similar to Diddy and Meek Mills. How many fights Canelo left after this for Turkey? That's not what I asked you, my brother. Answer the question, YK. You scared to answer the question, right? You tell us and everybody in the chat why Terence Crawford was locking fingers with Turkey I'll Shake like you be locking fingers with your girl. How about that? Answer that. If you ain't gonna be mad about it, answer that, then we're gonna take you out of the chat. Answer that. Be a man and answer the damn question. As I ask you, answer now. Why did Terence Crawford lock fingers like a bitch with Turkey I'll Shake? He said, that's what they do in Saudi, goofy. So why Canelo Alvarez ain't do it, motherfucker? Este tigre es pájaro, eso es. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna ask you. It's because you be licking balls, eso es. You identify with that shit. I'm not even gonna ask you no more. Matter of fact, expose yourself. Ese era el tigre que le estaba mamando el huevo a Josué Vargas. Dude said, that's what they do in Saudi Arabia. So why Canelo Alvarez ain't do it then? Since that's what they do in Saudi Arabia. Why he ain't do it then? Why he ain't do it then? Why we haven't seen that then? Hey, yo, I'll call it out. I will call it out if Canelo Alvarez is holding hands with it. I'll call it out. He said, because Canelo Alvarez was holding his belt. Shut the fuck up. This motherfucker was playing footsies with Turkey. Getting too childish here. Might be our bedtime. Ah, pues vete a acotar, mi hermano. Vete a acotar, te la paja. Go tune into porn. Y vete de aquí. Because getting bored. Pues vete de aquí, mi hermano. He said, you boy, you slow. But now I'm slow, right? Now I'm slow.
You's a liar!
I know, a matter of fact, I already know how Terence Crawford is gonna be coming out. He ain't gonna come out with Eminem. I know the song already. I know the song that Terence Crawford is already gonna be in the stadium, Allegiant Stadium. He's gonna come out to his favorite song. I'm coming out, dun dun. I'm gonna let it go, to let it go. It's the music coming out. I just wanna live. I just wanna live. It's a reason positive. So thinking about it. Hey, yo, Terence Crawford. He said, Eminem, I don't want you to, I don't want you to bring me out. I already know who I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Dun, dun, I wanna let it go. And the music coming out. I just wanna live. I just wanna live. Oh. He said, "What, Little Nas X?" They're gonna be like, "Yo, Terry, who you want? Who you want to bring you out? Yo, get Lil Nas X. You Nas? Oh yeah, you gonna come out to Street Dreams? Nah, I said Little Nas X." Oh man, my prediction, pain, was my prediction to the fight that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop him from pillar to post. Gonna send him to the hospital. He said, "You won't be laughing September 13th, though." Okay. So tune in. Tune in September 13th to see if I'm going to be laughing or not. Tune in. I don't know how people are supporting Bud when he's a sellout. Yeah, he's a sellout. Yeah, man. He's a sellout to Turkey Out Shade. Él dejó la mujer. ¿Te recuerdas? Él dejó la mujer, la gordita que él tenía, Free Willy. Él dejó su mujer, Free Willy, para Turkey Out Shake. Mira este tigre, mira este tigre. He goes, however, it is common for men of the same sex to hold hands as a sign of friendship. Ah, look at YK. He be in the block holding hands with his best friend. Oh, look at you. Look at YK, the truth. He's just telling everybody that it's okay for him to be on the block, in the corner, holding hands with his bestie. We knew it all along. Hey, yo, this dude be posted in the block drinking Coronas, holding hands with the best friends, with your right hand man, right? You be holding hands with your right hand man, right? YK, that's what you're telling us. I ain't the one that said it. I'm not the one. You wrote this. I got it on the screen. You wrote this. He said, however, it is common for men of the same sex to hold hands as a sign of friendship. So YK, you be holding the fella's hands on the block, right? Oh, mira este tigre. Este tigre, un palomo. Ese es el papá de la mamada, la mamada, la mamada, el papá de la mamada. Yo, these motherfuckers out here exposing themselves right now, bro. YK hold hands with his peoples, with his best friends on the block. Yo, let's go to McDonald's, yo. I want to get a cheeseburger. Hold my hand, bro. Yo, hold my hand, man. For real, yo. For real, man. I'm going through shit, man. Just hold my hand, bro. You my nigga, bro. You my nigga, bro. Hold my hand, man. I love you, man. Let's walk and show the people that our friendship is tight, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, yeah. Man. Wrong in the building. Zero bias. Subscribe. Become a member. Tell them. Tell them. Good looking out, brother. Hold my hand, my little bitch. Hold my hand, I say. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder. I can't wait. I'm a little wordy. Chocolate Thunder, I'm a little worried for you, Chocolate Thunder. I've seen their videos. I've seen their pictures of Canelo Alvarez with boots Ennis. Chocolate Thunder. I'm worried, Chocolate Thunder. Please tell Victor Conte to give you the best snackery snack he's ever created. Because I'm a little worried on September 13th that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat you up. Please, Chocolate Thunder, be careful, Chocolate Thunder. Yo. Christian Padilla with the $2 super chat says Bud's arm is behind Turkey. Turkey got strong hold. He got a strong hold on Bud, bro. Yo, mira eso, mira qué bonitos son esos tigres. Yo, Punch, I got you, my brother. I got you. The Arab slave trade was trade in slaves in the Middle, East, and North and East African, primarily 650 and 1900. The majority of the trade involved Black Africans is from Western Europe. Damn, bro. The Arabs are the ones that put the Africans in slave. And here, look at Bud Crawford. That's your real oppressor right there, bro. He sold you to the whites. The Arabs is the real oppressor to blacks. Facts. Punch was waiting to post on this issue. Open doors for their ignorant mindset. The Arabs was the first one that was selling blacks. And look at Terence Crawford. What a sellout. What a sellout, bro.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out. Now,
The Arabs were the first to be selling. Well, the Africans were the first one to be selling, but the Arabs was the first one that was hustling black people. And look at Terence Crawford crawling back. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But anyway, folks, man, it's been a good live, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's been a good live. Tomorrow we back at it. Tomorrow we back at it. 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna go a little early. Or should I keep on rolling, bro? Because we could be talking about. Let me see. Because we can still talk, bro. Let me see. Because about this fight, I want to see if this is gonna be serious, man. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Let's see what Shakur Stevenson recently tweeted. Let's go to Shakur Stevenson because Teofimo Lopez, we talked about it, what he tweeted. Let's see what Tio said. All right. He goes, "What up, gangster?" He signed for 140. Shakur Stevenson replied to Teofimo Lopez. Let me see if we could find it. In this game, nope. No, dummy. I accepted the fight with Turkey. It's a difference. Both of y'all accepted on social media. Okay. Shakur Stevenson says, "No, dummy. I accepted the fight with Turkey. It's a difference." He told Teofimo Lopez, little Teofimo, "I accepted the fight also." He signed. "I really agreed to the fight with the people that will do the fight, but you need to stop playing with the fans and acting like you agreed to the fight when you haven't agreed on shit but on social media. Reach out to them people and sign the paperwork." Okay, now. We know that Turkey Al Sheikh said that he is not dealing. Oh, I want to ask y'all this question. Peep this. I want to ask y'all this question. Because I was just thinking about this and I tweeted this earlier. Hold on. Let me take this picture out. Let me take the Chocolate Thunder out. Right? Teofimo Lopez said that he signed to fight Shakur. Shakur said that he signed to fight Tio. But Shakur is saying that he signed the Turkey deal. But we also understand that Turkey went to the boxing voice and said that he is not willing to work with Teofimo Lopez because he felt that Teofimo Lopez said something about his religion and his country, which he really didn't. The question that I have for this fight, or is for Shakur Stevenson, because he's saying that he signed a Turkey deal. It seems like Eddie Hearn, Top Rank together is willing to do this fight without Turkey. Who cares if Turkey don't make this fight? I want to see the fight. I don't give a damn if it's Turkey or not. Why does Shakur have to get it with Turkey? How about if this fight doesn't necessarily need Turkey? Because this fight doesn't need Turkey. Eddie Hearn could do this fight without Turkey and emerge with Top Rank and Matchroom Boxing. I don't think that Turkey should be the hiccup of this fight not coming through fruition. What do y'all think? I don't want Shakur Stevenson to use the Turkey excuse of not making this fight happen. Because we already know that Turkey don't want to fuck with Tio, right? We know that. So maybe there's an offer from Turkey for Shakur to fight whoever if Turkey does want to work with Tio, that's the question. This is what it is. Shakur Stevenson is a offer to Tio to fight you from Turkey, yes or no? Let's ask that. Put it this way. Let's ask the right questions so we get the right answer. Tio, did you get the contract from Turkey to fight Shakur? And Shakur, did you get the contract from Turkey to fight Tio? Or is it Teofimo Lopez team Top Rank and Eddie Hearn could do this fight without Turkey, but Shakur probably believed that he could make way more money with Turkey and he wouldn't fight Tio if it's not going to be with the Turkey money. Almost like when Top Rank sent Devin Haney an offer to fight Teofimo Lopez, the $2.8 million or the 2.4, I think it was the $2.4 million or the $2.8 million to fight, the $2.8 million to fight Teofimo Lopez. And Bill Haney went to the another channel and said that they want to fight Tio, but they wouldn't not to take the Top Rank offer. We rather take the Turkey offer. What y'all think? Should this fight only be put together if it's Turkey, or you as a boxing fan say, I don't give a damn, just give us the fight. Whoever's going to put up the money. I don't give a damn if it's Jake Paul. What y'all feel? Christian said Turkey will rob Tio. To be honest, man, he can't think like that if he does, because anybody could rob anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can rob anybody. Because if Tio fights on an Eddie Hearn card, Eddie Hearn could rob him too. That's not his fighter. Tio don't want to F for Top Rank, right? Publicly. So he's gonna put him in a situation where he could put himself in a situation where he's not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Anybody, to be honest, in boxing, everybody got the money to do Tio and Shakur because everybody will earn money. Every mega fight could be done in boxing. There is no such thing that there's no money for the big fight. The big fight is what makes the money. There is no such thing that there's no money for Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. There's no such thing that there is no money for Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. There is no such thing that there's no money for Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur, Devin Haney, Tio. Those fight is always money on the table. These are the fights that everybody that deals with these fights are going to kick off. Lucecita says, got some nerves to fake box talk after the racist shift said the racist shit. Shut up, you emotional creatures. Stop it. You weak-minded, you self-victimhood bitches. You weak ass self-victimhood always crying about race. Shut up. Get over it. Nobody feels sorry for your fucking ass anymore, bro. Nobody gives a damn anymore, bro. Shut up. Emotional damn crybabies. The self-victimhood card has expired. It don't work no more. Thank you, la gente, thank you. No, I wasn't doing that. I was talking about black on black crime. I was talking about the black that are hating on Boots Ennis for working and training with a Latino Canelo. And they was calling him a sellout for working with Latinos. Why would you call any black a sellout for working with Latinos if we share the same community and we actually build communities together and all that stuff? I'm really speaking about unity. I'm actually speaking of y'all. The thing is, y'all hearing me, y'all not listening to me. But some emotional people are just gonna be emotional. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look what he's saying. He's racist. Oh my God! How dare he say this? Shut up. Nobody's falling for your little weak-minded victimhood racist stuff, bro. Prince said it's been expired. Facts, man. Y'all should be saying that it's effed up for y'all. Y'all should be saying my real brothers, my real black people that is proud of being black and love everybody else because that's the pure love as well. Proud of who you are and love everybody else. It's righteousness, right? You supposed to say, why are these fellow brothers tainting the whole community by calling this young man, Boots Ennis, a sellout? Because there's a lot of black people that doesn't feel that Boots Ennis is a sellout. That's wrong. That's evil. Painting a picture as a black man to call another black man just for training, just for being a professional, because he's sparring Canelo. He's a sellout to the culture. But no, oh no, no, punch is wrong. Ye said, did you keep the same energy with Tio and Ryan? Yes, I did. Go check the video. You want me to put the link up? Want to put the link up? Hold on, give me a second. I got you right here. I got you right here. Yay. And then when you watch the video, come back and apologize to me. Hold on. Give me a sec. I got you right here. Yay. I got time. I got time. I got time. I got time. Give me a sec. I got you right here. Mm, hold on. Give me 1 second, my friend. Hold on. Is it this one? Kind of lawsuit. No. Where is that? Hold on. Got you right here. Cheated. Debunk. No. But Ryan. Hold on. Outrage, any ruin, Regis, progress, no. No. What is that? Ryan Garcia is suing me. No, that's not the I do so much videos. Bill Haney weak for no. Trash, no. Alert, no. Bill blames fans. Embarrassing. Bill blames, no. Finally, Devin responds, no. Give me a second. Publicity stunt. No choice. Not official. Forced. Me no black. I'm not. I'm human. I don't identify with race. I identify with culture. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. No, I know black, my friend. I am Latino, baby. I identify with culture. I don't identify as a crayon. Sorry. What happened? You don't like it? Are you mad? Are you mad that I don't identify with black? I am not black. I know black, my friend. Dominicano soy. Yo no soy negro. ¿Qué es esa vaina? Ain't no such thing as black and white, my brother. That you still living in a hamster wheel, man. That was created by your oppressor. Identifying as a color, as black or white, is just as good as X in Malcolm's name. That's I know people hate. I know people hate. See, that's the knife. Ugh, ugh. Bro, if you still identify with color, man, you still in the hamster wheel, my brother. That's the truth. That's the truth. Go around the world. Go around the world. Go call a China man a yellow man right now. Like people try to do that back in the days. I was in Chicago one time. The dude and the dude called this Vietnamese. Come on, my yellow brother. He said, "You yellow what? Don't ever call me a color like that ever again. I'm Vietnamese." Hey, yo, this Vietnamese smacked the shit out of this dude. Say it, you dummy. That's how they divide people. Go travel the world. Go travel outside of America, bro. You an American. That black white shit that's made up to divide you cornballs. But if you got used to identifying, cool. But you get mad because the other people don't want to. That's some stupid shit. Like you gotta understand that everybody come from Africa, so everybody's black. I also put everybody en negro ya no somos nada. Everybody en negro ya. Ha! Shut the fuck up. Oh, he's Dominican. Why Dominicans don't identify? Because Dominicans identify with being Dominican. Dominicans identify with the culture because we come in different colors. We come in all the colors, bruh. We all come in all the colors. We got negro, like my grandmother. My mother's so blacker than the color, the color black. I got cousins white with blue. My son got blonde hair and blue eyes. My daughter got my brown eyes and curly hair. My grandmother is as dark as it could be. My father is tan. I'm lighter than both my parents. My grandfather, my great grandfather is from Cantonese. Is from it's Cantonese. I'm part Chinese too. No, no, no. You just black. That's it. No identity, no nothing. You just want to put me in the color. That's it. That's all I am. Oh, you're not Dominican. You're just black. Because the white man put you in identity of being black and strip you from yours. You think you could strip everybody else's identity because the white man strip your identity. You feel like everybody with your color is just black, so you want to strip that. You're not Cuban. You're black. You're not Puerto Rican. You're black. You're not Dominican, you're black. You're not Brazilian, you're black. You're not Cape Verdean, you're black. You're not Sloven, you're black. You're not Venezuelan, you're black. You're not Ecuadorian, you're black. You're nothing, you're black. Everything is black. Fuck out of here, bro. A Jew will tell you he's a Jew. He ain't gonna say he white. And Italians call themselves Italian. They don't say they don't say. A French is gonna call himself a French. A German gonna call himself a German. You, you wanna call Lomachenko white? No, he's gonna say I'm Ukrainian. Russians are Russians. Bosnians are Bosnians. Croatian is Croatian. A Japanese is Japanese. A Japanese is not Chinese. But the ignorant black folks that see other people identify with what they identify, I'm talking about the ignorant ones. If you dark, you black. You black. Everybody black. Everybody black. You black. You black. Dominicans black. Cuban black. Everything black. If you dark skin and that, you black. You black. You black. You're not Dominican. You just a nigga that speaks Spanish. You black. I love how Latino culture punch. We raise our kids to be hard workers and to always be yourself and not follow. We always support our own and build. Facts. Lots of Italian call themselves white because that's it, because it's the culture in America. That's why, my brother. It's the culture in America. It's not bad that I say that you identify with it. That's it. You learn the way to identify yourself with. It's a culture now in America. This is the American culture. What I'm saying is outside of America, it's not, bro. It's not. Yo, when I'm outside of America and I'm having conversations, whether with a German, I got Somalian friends out there in Europe. I got German friends. I got Swedish friends. I got friends from Holland. We don't have conversation of me and black. They talk to me as an American. What they want to know about America. America, you American. That's it. It's never this black or white stuff. No, nothing. Matter of fact, a lot of these motherfuckers don't even know what Dominican is. Because Dominicans don't even immigrate all the way to certain things in certain parts in Europe. They don't even know what Dominican is. They know what Cuban is more than even Dominican. Some people don't even know what Puerto Rican is. They be like, where is that in the world? That's why I said people travel more around the world. This color stuff is not a really identity. This color stuff, because when you call yourself that, it's when you don't have an identity. Calling yourself a color is really not knowing, not having an identity. Because ain't no such thing as black and white, bro. It was created. Ain't no such thing as black and white. There is no such thing as white language. But it is what it is, America already. And people have ingrained in identifying with color. Because that's the business model. They want us divided. It's the way things work. Y'all mad. Y'all mad. Shut up. Y'all mad. Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad? Oh, y'all little mad, a little punchy punch. You're confused because of your culture. No, man, I embrace my culture. You confused, bro. Háblame en África. Háblame ahora. Háblame en África. A ver si tú sabes. Háblame en África. Háblame. Háblame en África ahora. ¿Qué tú sabes? You confused about your culture? Let me see if you confused about yours. Talk to me in Africa, my brother. Talk to me, dummy. Since you so confused about my culture, let's see your culture. Let's go. Come on. You earlier you said we all Africans. Háblame en África, estúpido. Teach us something. Teach me, please. Háblame ahora, ven. or you speaking the white man language, right? Hold on, YK. Since I don't know our culture. Guess what? You speaking the UK language. You speaking English. You sell out. You a sellout. Don't speak English. Don't speak English. That's not the original black man's language. Háblame en África, estúpido. No, don't even type me in English. I don't want you to talk to me in English. Type to me in Africa. Cállate la maldita boca, you stupid. Di que Spanish is white. ¿Qué? Why then why? My brother, is language, my brother. Everything is not white. Spain people are not white. They don't consider themselves white because they consider themselves Spaniards. That's what's wrong with you Americans. You think that everybody identify with what you identify around the world. It's not like that, bro. People in Spain don't say white. Háblame en África, white K, o no me hable. Don't talk to me. You sell out. Sell out to the white man. Why are you selling out to the white man speaking white language? Hmm? Speak to me in Africa. Oíste. Speak to me in Africa. I don't want none of you to be a sellout. What's your last name too? Don't tell me y'all got a white man's last name either. Don't tell me I got a white man's last name. Don't tell me your last name is Johnson or nothing like that, or slave master's name and shit like that. Don't tell me that. It better be an African last name. Each and every one of y'all. I'm gonna call y'all sellouts. Y'all better be Muhammad, Hamahuka Lulu, or something like that. Abuji leko no. Abuji ga bedelo la magani go solo la leche. I want you to talk to me like that. As soon as I send the link, don't be a sellout. Don't speak to me in English. I better hear some African shit. Jesus love you all. Stop speaking about color. Facts. You ain't find nothing. Stop playing around. How you gonna find it? How you gonna find you was reading the hey yo YK, you was reading the white man's book. They lie to you. Anyway, yo, it was fun. It was fun, man. Let's talk. Yo, the fight is gonna be September 13th. We got more content, more angles, more perspective, more opinions, disagree or agree. Y'all already know God first, everything second. A lot of this shit is man jokes. All right, man. Stop getting your panties wet. You know what I'm saying? Everything is here is entertainment as well, bro. I love y'all all, man. Tomorrow we back at it. 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. God bless y'all. Good night.